Today we're going to talk about Prezi and how to make your very own Prezi. I like to think of it as an online, really cool PowerPoint. So you're not just on your regular slides. It's a lot of different information put in creative ways where it moves around. I have here an example for you. It's about composting, and I'm going to show you just kind of how it moves around, and then I'm going to show you how to make your own Prezi. So you can move it with the arrow buttons. Let's see. Oh, it started at the end. So you can drag this to the very beginning and you can start your Prezi over. So here we go. You can move it around and it zooms into different information that you want it to zoom into. You can put as many different frames as what they're called on there at a time. It moves around to each one. And this is so you can organize your information in a different and neat way. You can put pictures on here and you can put videos on here. You can do a lot of different interactive media as well. So, like I said, this is just an example of how it moves around the screen and then it all comes back to the beginning. So, now I'm going to show you how to get started. So, we've got your Prezis, and once you set up an account, we'll go through that. Once you set up an account, you'll press New Prezi here. It takes a minute, but it'll come up. And then you're able to choose a template. So you can choose from a lot of different templates, or you can start from scratch. So it gives you a lot of different options of already put together templates. Or like I said, you can press here and it says Start Blank Prezi, or you can use a template. I have a Prezi that will help you learn how to use Prezi. So here we go. This is how it looks when you're editing. So it looked a little different when we were presenting, but this is when you're editing. So I'm going to click the frame over here. Over here, it's just like PowerPoint. You click and you go to your next frame, but it's a frame instead of just a slide. So I'm going to click here. And what is Prezi? Like I said, it's an interactive version of PowerPoint that works off of a drawing plane rather than slides. It moves, it's easy to organize, creates visual interest, and one of my favorite parts is it saves online. So wherever you have access to the internet, you have access to your Prezi. You never have to save it on a flash drive or anything like that. So it's always accessible. So how do you add text, delete text, that kind of stuff? So here we go. I've got a text right here, and I'm going to delete that. So basically you can start anywhere. You can click inside of the frame and it'll come up with a new text box, and you have title, subtitle, body. You can make the text bigger. I'm going to type a little message. You can make it bigger. You can change the color of it. You can change the font of it now. They have just added this feature. You can make it different, or you can put in background color. You can change how it lines up within the box. You can move it around like that. When you're done with it, just click off of it. You can pick it up and you can move it around. You can make it bigger. You can make it smaller. And then you just double click if you want to work on it again. I'm going to set it right over here. Alright. So how do we add pictures and other things like this? So it's important to know that you can add pictures, but there's a special way to do it. So you will go right up here to the top, you click Insert, and you can insert images, you can insert symbols and shapes, you can insert YouTube videos, you can insert lines and arrows and a highlighter. You can even add background music or voiceover. Another cool feature is if you already have a PowerPoint made but you want to turn it into a Prezi, you can press Insert PowerPoint and it will convert it into a Prezi for you. So some tips and tricks to remember. You cannot copy and paste a picture directly onto Prezi. You can copy in the URL and paste it into the search bar. So I'm going to show you insert. This is pretty cool too. You can press Insert Image. And if you have it already saved, you can browse, select files, or if you want to search Google, it'll come up with images. So it's just like you're searching on Google Images, but it inserts it there for you to begin with. So I'm going to move my little emblem over to the side. I'm going to make it a little bigger. And there you go. There's your image. Once you're done, you just exit out of that. And you can put it wherever you want to. Alright. Next, to customize the colors, you click on Customize. And you can change the theme or the background of the entire Prezi. So if you want to change the colors of the words, the colors of the frames, anything like that, the background picture, you can click on Customize and that will help you do that. Let's go to our next frame. And then YouTube videos will play directly off the Prezi without leaving the Prezi. So unlike PowerPoint where you have to click a link, you can play it directly in Prezi. Once you click that arrow that goes to that frame that has the video, it'll automatically start playing. Alright, so let's go to our next frame. Changing the path. The path is on the side. It's what I've been using to go to the next frame. And it tells you what's next. And so you can change the path and it changes which frame it goes to next. There's a couple of ways to do this. You can just pick up a frame and move it. Or you can double click on the numbers and you can change the path. I'm going to show you how, and you can click done when you're done with this. Let me go to the next frame and it'll tell you how. So to add a frame within a frame, you click on the plus sign at the top left. So here is where you can add, and you can change the shape of the frame. You can add a bracket, a rectangular, or you can even do an invisible frame. That way you can put the information in and it's not necessarily surrounded by anything. But you would just click a plus sign. And if I'm going to change the path, if I want to add this to my path after this one, so I want it to go from this frame to that frame, I'm going to double click on my 10 and I'm going to, oh, it's already added to it. But you can take this plus sign and drag it to which frame you want it to go to next and it'll add it in there for you. Once you're done, you press done. So I'm going to go now, I'm going from this one to this one. And now back to that one. You can change where it moves to next. Alright, so if I haven't convinced you already that Prezi is pretty awesome, more reasons is you can share them. You can use another person's Prezi. It makes group work very easy because both of you, if you're added onto the same Prezi, you can both edit, you can both look at it. So if you're working at home, you can share it with that person. I'm sorry about that. You can share it with that person, and it's accessible anywhere. Both of you can work on it. You can save it without a flash drive, so you're always able to get on it. And then you can be as creative or as simple as you would like to be. It is really cool to me because you can put in all kinds of pictures and themes, and it's not just your move from slide to slide. So, I will be happy to answer questions after this video is done, and happy times using Prezi.